but a foolish sigh. Ah me, born but to droop and die. Ah me, yet all the sense of eloquence lies hidden in a maid's army. Yet all the sense of eloquence lies hidden in a maid's army. Yet all the sense of eloquence lies hidden in a maid's army.
Oh, Mistress Meryll. Oh, hey.
Oh, it's you, is it? You may go away if you like. I don't want you, you know.
Well, haven't you got anything to say to me?
Oh, yes. Are all birds caged? The wild beasts all littered down? The locks, chains, bolts, and bars in good order? Is the little ease sufficiently uncomfortable? The racks, pincers, and thumbscrews all ready for work? You are a brute.
Well, these allusions to my professional duties are in doubtful taste. You know, I didn't become a head jailer because I like head jailing. I didn't become an assistant tormentor because I like assistant tormenting. We can't all be sorcerers, you know. Oh, brought that upon yourself.
Colonel Fairfax is not a sorcerer. He's a man of science and an alchemist.
Well, whatever he is, he won't be one for long, for he is to be beheaded today for his dealings with the devil. Master nearly had him last night when the fire broke out at Beecham Tower.
Oh, how I wish he had escaped in the confusion. But take care. There's still time for a reply to his petition for mercy.
Oh, I'm content to chance that. This evening, 7:30.
Oh, you are a cruel monster to speak so unfeelingly about the death of a young, handsome soldier.
Young and handsome? How do you know he's young and handsome?
Because I've seen him every day for weeks past taking his exercise at the Beecham Tower.
Oh, curse it!
There! I believe you're jealous of him now. Jealous of a man I've never even spoken to. Jealous of a poor soul who's to die in an hour.
I am. I'm jealous of everything and everybody. I am jealous of the very words I speak to you. Because they reach your ears. I mustn't go near them.
How unjust you are. Jealous of the words you speak to me. You and I both know that I don't even like them.
You used to like them.
I used to pretend I liked them. It was mere politeness to comparative strangers.
I don't believe you know what jealousy is. I don't believe you know how it eats at a man's heart. It disorders his digestion. Turns his interior into boiling lead. Oh, you are a heartless jade to trifle with the delicate organization of the human interior. When jealous torments rack my soul's my agonies I can't control, oh bear to sit on red-hot coals and love a heartless jade. The red-hot coals will hurt, no doubt, but red-hot coals in time die out. But jealousy you cannot rout, its fires will never fade. It's much less painful on the whole to go and sit on red-hot coals till you'll completely fade. Or ask a kindly fiend to crack your wretched bones upon the rack than love a heartless jade. And love a heartless jade. The kerchief on her neck of snow I look on as a deadly foe. It goeth where I dare not go and stays there all day long. The belt that holds her in its grasp is to my mind a piece of rasp. It claspeth what I cannot clasp, correct me if I'm wrong. It's much less painful on the whole to go and sit on red-hot coals till you'll completely flame. Or ask a kindly fiend to crack your wretched bones upon the rack than love a heartless jade. Then love a heartless jade. The bird that breakfast kiss on your lip, I would I had him in my grip. He sippeth where I dare not sip, I can't get over that. The cat you fondle, soft and sly, he lieth where I may not lie. We're not on terms, that cat and I do not like that cat. It's much less painful on the whole to go and sit on red-hot coals till you're completely flay, or ask a kindly fiend to crack your wretched bones upon the rack, than love a heartless jade, than love a heartless jade. Or ask a kindly fiend to crack your wretched bones upon the rack, than love a heartless jade. Me.
A good day to you.
A good day, Dame Carruthers. Busy today?
Busy, aye. The fire on the Beecham last night has given me work enough. A dozen poor prisoners all cramped together in one small cell, not 6 feet square. Richard Colfax, Sir Martin Byfleet, Colonel Fairfax, Warren the preacher poet, and half a score others. Poor Colonel Fairfax, who's to die today, is to be removed to number 14 in the cold harbor, that he may take his last hour alone with his confessor. And I've to see to that.
Poor gentleman. He'll die bravely. I fought under him 2 years since. He valued his life as it were a confederate.
Oh, he's the bravest, the handsomest, and the best young gentleman in England. Twice saved my father's life, and it's a cruel thing, a wicked thing, and a barbarous thing that so gallant a hero should lose its head. For it's the handsomest head in England.
For dealings with the devil? Aye. If all were beheaded who dealt with him, there'd be busy doings on Tower Green.
You know very well that Colonel Fairfax is a student of alchemy. Nothing more and nothing less. But it's this wicked tower, like a cruel giant in a fairy tale, that has to be fed with blood. And it must be the bravest blood in England, or it's not good enough for the old Blunderbore.
Silence, you silly girl! You know not what you say. I was born in the old keep, and I've grown grey in it. And please God, I shall die and be buried in it. And there is not a stone in its walls that is not as dear to me as my own right hand. When our gallant Norman foes made our merry land their own, and the Saxons from the conqueror were flying, at his bidding it arose in its panoply of stone, a sentinel unliving and undying. Insensible, I trow, as a sentinel should be, though a queen to save her head should come a-suing. There's a legend on its brow that is eloquent to me, and it tells of duty done and duty doing.
Nay, lass, but there's one hope yet. Thy brother Leonard, who was a reward for his valor in saving his standard and cutting his way through 50 foes that would have hanged him, is made a yeoman of the guard. He arrives today, and as he comes from Windsor, where the court is, it may be, that he brings the expected reprieve with him.
Oh, that he may!
Amen to that. For the colonel twice saved my life, and I'd give the rest of mine to save his. And wilt thou not be glad to greet thy brave brother, with the fame of whose exploits all England is a-ringing?
Aye. Truly, if he brings the reprieve.
And no otherwise.
Well, he is a brave fellow indeed, and I love brave men.
Oh, brave men?
Most of them, I verily believe. But I do hope Leonard is not too strict with me. They say he's a very dragon of virtue and circumspection. Now, my dear old father is kindness itself.
And leaves you pretty much to your own ways, eh? Well, I've no fear for you. Thou hast a feather brain. Thou art a good lass.
Yes, that's all very well. But if Leonard is going to tell me to not do this, not do that, don't talk with this one, don't walk with that one, but to go about the world with my lips pursed up and my eyes cast down, like some poor nun who has renounced mankind, why, as I have not renounced mankind, nor do I mean to renounce mankind, I won't have it. There.
Nay, Phoebe, he won't check you more than is good for you. He's a brave fellow, bravest of brave fellows. Yet it seems but yesterday that he robbed the lieutenant's orchard.
Father,
Father! Leonard! My brave boy! Ha! I'm right glad to see you. And so is Phoebe.
Aye. Have you brought Colonel Fairfax's reprieve?
Nay, I have here a dispatch from the lieutenant, but no reprieve for the colonel.
Oh, gentlemen. Oh, gentlemen.
I would I'd brought better news. I'd give my right hand, nay, my body, my life to save his.
Dost thou speak in earnest, my son?
Aye, father, I'm no braggart. Did he not save thy life? And am I not his foster brother?
Then hearken to me. You've come to join the yeomen of the guard.
Well,
and none has seen thee but ourselves.
And a sentry who took but a scant notice of me.
Now to prove thy words, give me the dispatch, and get the ends at once. Here is money, and I'll send you more. Lie in for a space, and let no one know. I'll convey a suit of yeoman's uniform to the colonel's cell. He shall shave off his beard so that none shall know him, and I'll own him as my son, the brave Leonard Meryll, who saved his flag and cut his way through 50 foes that thirsted for his life. He will be welcomed without question by my brother yeoman, I'll warrant that. Now, how to gain access to the colonel's cell. The key lies with thy sour-faced admirer, Wilfred Shadbolt.
I think I can get anything I want from Wilfred. I think that you can leave that to me.
Then get thee hence, my lad, and thank ye for this sacrifice.
And take my blessing too, dear, dear Leonard.
And thine, eh? Thy loveless newborn, wrap it up, lest it take hold and die.
Alas, my wayward to and fro, dark danger hangs upon the deed.
Dark danger hangs upon the deed.
The scheme is rash and well may fail, but ours are not the hearts that quail, the hands that shrink, the cheeks that pale in hours of need. Captain Knott.
And shall I reckon risks I run when services are to be done to save the life of such an one? Unworthy thought, unworthy thought.
And shall we reckon risks we run to save the life of such an one?
Unworthy thought, unworthy thought.
We may succeed, who can foretell? May heaven help our hope. May heaven help our hope.
May heaven help our hope. Help our hope. Nay, lads, be of good cheer, we may save him yet.
Oh, see, Father, they take the boat into Victor Tower. Oh, Father, his hour is not yet come.
Nay, they take him to the cold arbor to await his end in solitude. But softly, the Lieutenant comes, he should not see thee.
Hark, Colonel Fairfax, my old friend. We meet but seldom.
Sir, I greet you with all goodwill, and I thank you for the zealous care with which you have guarded me from the pestilent dangers which threaten human life outside. In this happy little community, death when he comes, doth so in business-like and punctual fashion, and like a courtly gentleman giveth due notice of his advent, that one may not be taken unawares.
Sir, you bear this bravely, as a brave man should.
Why, 'tis no light boon to die swiftly and surely at a given hour and in a given fashion. Truth to tell, I would gladly have my life, but if that may not be, I have the next best thing, which is death. Believe me, sir, my lot is not so much amiss.
Oh, Father, Father, I cannot bear it.
My poor lads.
Nay, pretty one, why weepest thou? Come, be comforted. Such a life as mine is not worth weeping for. Why, Sergeant Meryll, is it not? May I greet an old friend? Why, man, what's all this? Thou and I have faced the grim old king a dozen times, and never has his majesty come in such goodly fashion. Keep a stout heart, good fellow. We are soldiers, and we know how to die, thou and I. Take my word for it. 'Tis easier to die well than to live well, for in sooth, I have tried both. Is life a boon? If so, it must befall, that death whene'er he call, must call too soon. Though fourscore years he give, yet one would pray to live another moon. What kind of plaint have I, who perish in July, who perish in July? I might have had to die, perchance in June. I might have had to die, perchance in June. Is life a thorn? Then count it not a whit, nay, count it not a whit. Man as well done with it. Soon as he's born, he should all means essay to put the plague away. And I war, for captured fugitive, my life most gladly give. I might have had to live another morn. I might have had to live straight for no better reason than because my kinsman, Sir Clarence Fulkwhistle, one of the secretaries of state, has charged me with sorcery in order that he may succeed to my estate, provided I die unmarried.
As thou wouldst most surely do.
Nay, as I most surely will not do. By your worship's grace, I've a mind to thwart this good cousin of mine.
How?
By marrying forthwith, to be sure.
But heaven have mercy, who wilt thou marry?
Nay, I am indifferent on that score. Coming death hath made of me a true and chivalrous knight who holds all womankind in such esteem that the oldest and meanest and worst favored among them is good enough for him. So, my good lieutenant, if thou wouldst serve a poor soldier who has but an hour to live, find me the first that comes. My confessor shall marry us, and her dower shall be my dishonored name and 100 crowns to boot. No such poor dower for an hour of matrimony.
A strange request. I doubt I shall be warranted in granting it.
Why, there never was a marriage fraught with so little of evil to the contracting parties. In an hour, she'll be a widow, and I, a bachelor again for aught I know.
Well, I will see what can be done, for I hold thy kinsman in abhorrence for the scurvy trick that he has played upon thee.
1,000 thanks, kind sir. We meet again on this spot in an hour or so. I shall be a bridegroom then, and your worship will wish me great joy. Till then, farewell. I am ready, good fellow.
Ah, a brave fellow, and it is a pity that he should die. Now, to find him a bride in such short notice. The task should be easy enough.
For we are merry folk who would make all as merry as ourselves. For, look you, there is humour in all things, and the truest philosophy is that which teaches us to find it and make the most of it.
Hands off, I say, a merrily fellow!
Ha! Didst thou not see it here say hands off?
I heard her say it, and I felt her do it.
Thou dost not see the humour of it.
Nay, if I do, hang me.
Thou dost not now observe. She said, hands off. Whose hands? Thine. Of whom? Of her. Why? Because she is a woman. Now, had she not been a woman, thy hands had never been set upon her at all. So the reason for the laying on of the hands is the reason for the taking off of the hands. And herein is contradiction. For it is the very marriage of pro with con, and no such lopsided union either times go. For pro is not more unlike con than man is unlike woman. And yet men and women marry every day with none to say. Oh, the pity of it. But I, and fools like me. Now, wherewithal shall we please you? We can rhyme you a couplet, trillet, quatrain, rondelet, ballad, sonnet, what you will. Or we can dance you at Pimpernel, Carole, saraband, gondolette, or jumping Joan.
Let us give them the singing farce of the merry man and his maid. Therein is song and dance too.
I have a song to sing, oh.
Sing me your song, oh.
It is sung to the moon by Lord Loon, who fled from the mocking throng, oh. It's the song of a merry man, moping monk, whose soul was sad, whose glance was glum, who sipped no sup, who craved no crumb, he sighed for the love of a lady. Lady, lack-a-day-dee, he sipped no sup, he craved no crumb, he sighed for the love of a lady.
I have a song to sing, oh.
What is your song, oh?
It is sung with the ring of the songs made sing, who love with a love life long. It's a song of a merry maid, peerly proud, who loved a lord and loved a lad, and the moon and the merry men moonbeam on. His soul was sad, the months was glad.
sung to the knell of a churchyard bell, the doleful dirge ding-dong, of Jake gravely gone, who tongue of his noble nose was scorned, the humble Mary maid clearly proud, who loved her Lord and who laughed aloud, and born of the merry man hoping mum, whose soul was sad and whose glance was glum, who sipped no sup and who craved no crumb, as he sighed for the love of a lady. Lady, lady, misery, lackadaisy, sipped no sup and he craved no crumb, as he sighed for the love of a lady.
I had a song to sing, oh.
Sing me your song.
It is sung with a sigh and a tear in the eye, for it tells of a righted wrong. It's the song of the merry maid once so gay, who turned out her heels and tripped away from the peak of Popinjay bravely born, who turned up his noble nose with scorn at the humble heart that he did not prize. So she begged on her knees with downcast eyes for the love of the merry man hoping gone, whose soul was sad, whose glance was glum, who sipped no sup, who craved no crumb, as he sighed for the love of a lady. Lady, lady,
Misery me, lackadaisy, his pains were o'er, and he sighed no more, for he lived in the love of a lady. Lady, lady, misery me, lackadaisy, his pains were o'er, and he sighed no more, for he lived in the love of a lady.
Well sung. And well danced.
A kiss for that pretty man.
Hey, kisses all around.
Best beware, I am armed.
Back, sir, back! This is going too far.
Thou dost not see the humor. Yet there is humor in all things, even in this.
What is this pother?
Sir, we sang to these folk, and they would have repaid us with gross courtesy, but for your honor's coming.
Away with ye! Clear the rabble! Now then, my girl, who are you and what do you here?
May it please you, sir, we are two strolling players, Jack Point and I, Elsie Maynard, at your worship's service. My brother Brandon travels with us. We go from fair to fair, singing and dancing and playing brief interludes. And so we make a poor living.
You two, eh? Are ye man and wife?
No, sir, for though I am a fool, there is a limit to my folly. Her mother, old Bridget Maynard, travels with us, and the old woman is abed with fever. We have come here to pick up some silver to buy an actuary for her.
Hark ye, girl, your mother is ill,
Sorely ill, sir.
and is in need of good food and things which thou canst not buy.
Alas, sir, it is too true.
Wouldst thou earn 100 crowns?
100 crowns? Well, they might save her life.
Then listen. A worthy but unhappy gentleman is to be beheaded in an hour on this very spot. For sufficient reasons he deserves to wed before he dies, and has asked me to find him a bride. Wilt thou be that bride?
The wife of a man I have never seen.
Look, sir, I am concerned in this, for though I'm not yet wed to Elsie Maynard, time works wonders, and who knows what may be in store for us. Have we your worship's word that the gentleman would die today?
Nothing is more certain, I grieve to say.
And that Elsie will be allowed to depart the very instant the ceremony is at an end?
The very instant. I pledge my honor on it.
100 crowns.
100 crowns.
Very well, for my part, I consent. It is for Elsie to speak.
How say you, maiden, will you wed a man about to lose his head? For half an hour you'll be a wife, and then the dower is yours for life. A headless bridegroom who'd refuse, if truth the poets tell, most bridegrooms ere they marry lose both head and heart as well.
A strange proposal you reveal, it almost makes my senses reel. Alas, I'm very poor indeed, and such a son I sorely need.
bride wishes to be, to marry anyone but me. Yet if the fee is promptly paid, and he is well and grave, within the hours duly laid, objection I will waive. Yes, objection I will waive.
Temptation, no temptation, were we, I pray, intended to somewhat devastation, your fascination splendid. Of all whene'er we view you, head over heels into you, head over heels, head over heels, head over heels into you. Temptation, oh temptation. I have a vacancy for such a one as you. Tell me, what are the qualifications for such a post?
Marry, sir, I have a pretty wit. I can rhyme with temperate. I can convulse you with quip and conundrum. I have the life philosophies that tongue my tongue stiff. I can be merry, wise, quaint, grim, sonati, one by one, or all at once. I can live this dawn day until the set of sun, and if that content you not, on to midnight and the small hours. Oh, sir.